Anna, I know you faced many setbacks and challenges on your journey to becoming an Olympian. What was the biggest setback and what did you learn from it?
Yeah, so when I was at the peak of my career, I suffered an illness called chronic fatigue syndrome. And this is a serious illness that had me out of my sport for 2 years. Just briefly, the symptoms included feeling permanently exhausted, devoid of all energy, intense muscle pain. To cut a long story short, the doctors told me that there was no cure, that I could just rest, and that I would never race again. I and I was dropped from the team, a lottery funding car, I was scared. And I wallowed in a bit of self-pity. And then I realized that actually, I needed to find a way out. And eventually I discovered a treatment called reverse therapy, and I did begin to recover, and I was able to return to training. And so there was, as well as the physical symptoms, there was a huge mental and emotional battle that I went through there. And one of the first and the most powerful step that I took on the road to recovery was opening up to the people closest to me, sharing what I was experiencing with them, allowing them to see to expose my weaknesses, really, and allowing them to see my struggles and let them help me began to make me stronger. And this was a big departure for me, because I wasn't the kind of person that accepted help easily, but I learned to ask for help, and I ask for help a whole lot more now. And if I hadn't been entirely honest about my experiences, about my struggles, then I wouldn't have got through it. And that informs a big part of my work now around resilience and authentic leadership, because being vulnerable enough to ask for help is a huge part of our resilience. And we have to have it. People think that it's a sign of weakness, but actually it's the boldest act that anyone, including a leader, can make. And a leader has to go first so that others will follow. And it's at the foundation of what builds trust in a team. It fuels trust, and it builds the strongest of relationships. And so it's just a really crucial lesson that I talk about a lot, and is something that I've really taken with me from that experience.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Anna.